Good morning, students. Today we are going to look about India's foreign policy part 2, which is India in the resurgent 21st century. Resurgent, what is mean by resurgent? Meandu எழுதல். The foremost task of India's foreign policy is to enable the domestic transformation of India. இந்திய வெளியுறவு கொள்கையின் முக்கிய நோக்கம் உள்நாட்டில் மாற்றங்களை ஏற்படுத்துவதாகும். which means infrastructure development, industrial development, technological development, etc. Through the policy, India has adjusted to meet the needs of intensified economic engagement with the world, which is designed to meet the needs of an increased inflow of capital, technological ideas, and innovation for our development and our re-emergence as one of the world's leading economies. மாறிவரும் சூழலுக்கு ஏற்ப இந்தியா தனது வெளியுறவு கொள்கையில் சில மாற்றங்களை கொண்டு வந்துள்ளது. அதன் மூலமாக உள்நாட்டில் தொழில், புதிய கண்டுபிடிப்புகள், முதலீட்டினை அதிகரித்தல் போன்றவைகளுக்கு தற்பொழுது முன்னுரிமை அளித்துள்ளது. நாட்டு மக்களை வெளி உலக தொடர்பில் அதிக அளவில் ஈடுபடவும் வழிவகுத்துள்ளது. India has joined new global groups like the Group of 20, G20, India, Brazil, South Africa, an association of IBSA, and Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, simply called as BRICS, which gives more scope of India to play a larger role in global affairs. Most Indians agree that its first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru had defined a unique foreign policy for India at the very dawn of its independence. Since the 1990s, though the challenge for the Indian ideas has been to reinterpret Nehru's ideas to suit the new political context that had confronted it. But in 21st century, India has emerged decision making and management and as a bridge and balancing power in the emerging global strategic architecture. Basic concepts of India's foreign policy: preservation of national interest, தேசிய நலனை பேணுதல்; achievement of world peace, உலக அமைதி; disarmament. Disarmament have been important objectives of India's foreign policy, which means ஆயுத குறைப்பு; fostering cordial relationship with the other countries, நல்லுறவை வளர்த்தல், பிற நாடுகளுடன் நல்லுறவை வளர்த்தல்; solving conflict by peaceful means, அமைதி பிரச்சனைகளுக்கு அமைதியான முறையில் தீர்வு காணுதல்; independence of thought and action as per the principle of NAM, சுதந்திரமான சிந்தனையின் மூலமாக, அதாவது அணிசேரா இயக்க கொள்கைகளின் அடிப்படையில் ஒரு பிரச்சனைகளுக்கு சுதந்திரமான முறையில் தீர்வு காணுதல், சுதந்திரமான சிந்தனை; ஈக்வாலிட்டி இன் கண்டக்டிங் இன்டர்நேஷனல் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப், சமத்துவமான முறையில் அனைத்து நாடுகளுடனும் நல்லுறவை வளர்த்தல்; ஆன்டி கொலோனியலிசம், ஆன்டி இம்பீரியலிசம், ஆன்டி ரேசிசம், காலனி ஆதிக்கம், ஏகாதிபத்தியத்தை எதிர்த்தல். India firmly stands in opposition to any form of colonialism and imperialism. India is with this line of thinking that India played a major role in liberating the newly independent countries of Asia and Africa from colonial shackles. Policy of disarmament. What is disarmament? ஆயுத குறைப்பு என்றால் என்ன? Disarmament generally refers to a country's military or specific type of weapons. Disarmament is often taken to mean total elimination of weapons of mass destruction such as nuclear arms. அணு ஆயுத குறைப்பு. Since independence, global non-proliferation has been a dominant theme of India's nuclear policy. So India supported UN United Nations disarmament program. India nuclear program in 1974 and 1998 is only done for strategic purposes. The two themes of India's nuclear doctrine, India's nuclear policy are no first use, முதலில் பயன்படுத்துவது இல்லை, credible minimum deterrence. India has decided not to use nuclear power for offensive purposes and would never use against any non-nuclear state. அணு ஆயுதத்தை போர் தாக்குதலுக்கு பயன்படுத்துவது இல்லை என்பதோடு அணு ஆயுதமற்ற எந்த ஒரு நாட்டிற்கு எதிராகவும் பயன்படுத்துவதும் இல்லை என இந்தியா தீர்மானித்துள்ளது. SAARC, SAARC, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. The South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SAARC, is an organization of South Asian nations founded in December 1985 and decided to economic, technological, social and cultural development emphasizing collective self-reliance. The 11 stated areas of cooperation are agriculture, education, culture and sports, health, population and child welfare, the environment and meteorology, rural development, tourism, transport, science and technology, communications. SAARC Disaster Management Center was set up at New Delhi. The center is a sleek body of professionals working on various dimensions of disaster risk reduction and management in South Asia. SAARC satellite is a proposed communication meteorology satellite by Indian Space Research Organization ISRO for the SAARC region. The member countries are Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal, Maldives, Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Contemporary context change and continuity in India's foreign policy. சமகாலத்தில் உலகத்தில் ஏற்பட்ட நிகழ்வுகளும் அதன் மூலமாக இந்திய வெளியுறவு கொள்கையில் ஏற்பட்ட மாற்றங்களும். Neighborhood first policy. India's foreign policy has always regarded the concept of neighborhood as one of the widening concentric circles, so that India gives political and diplomatic priority to her immediate neighbors and the Indian Ocean island states such as Maldives. India provides neighbors with support as needed in the form of resources, equipment and training. Greater connectivity and integration is provided so as to improve the free flow of goods, people, energy, capital and information. Bridging diplomacy and development. So what is diplomacy? Diplomacy means is the instrument for the implementing foreign policy of state. Diplomacy is the instrument for the implementing foreign policy of state. One of the major objectives of India's foreign policy has been to leverage international partnership for India's domestic development. This includes improving technological access, sourcing capital, gaining market access, and securing natural resources. Look east to act east. Look east to act east policy. Southeast Asia begins with Northeast India. Myanmar is our land bridge to the countries of the Association of the Southeast Asian Nation, ASEAN. The purpose is to ensure a stable and multipolar balance of power in the Indo-Pacific and to become an integral part of Asia. This policy emphasizes a more productive role for Asian and East Asian countries. The three big elements is our Eastern policy are stronger emphasis on physical connectivity, commercial and security related. Economic development. Economic development is India's primary goal. India achieves this by ensuring peace and security and by leveraging the nation's international partnership to obtain all that is needed to fuel economic development, markets, investment, technology, linkage, mobility of personal, fair global governance, governance and a stable and fair environment conducive for growth. India as a leading power. India is a member of the G20, the East Asia Summit, and the BRICS, a testament to its status as a large country with a fast growing economy. But primary motive is trying to get the status for permanent membership on the United Nations Security Council. Trying attained the status of permanent membership, and India now has an increasing range of interests which are anchored in different parts of the world and which stem from a wide range of factors such as the need to secure energy, vital natural resources, the imperative of maintaining open shipping lanes, seeking investment, make in India, seeking investments, make in India, the program of Make in India, and trade opportunities overseas, and the need to secure trade access. However, எது எப்படியோ, today India has formal diplomatic relations with most of the nations, besides being the world's second most populous country, largest democratic, and one of the fastest growing country. But India adheres to the foreign policy principle that in international relations there is no permanent friend and there is no enemy. Only the interests are permanent. New challenges forced India to adjust to new realities. Even then, basic framework of its foreign policy remained more or less the same. Thank you, students. Thank you for watching this video.